You may wonder why life has kept you single, why despite your prayers, your waiting, and your longing, the right person has not yet walked into your path. It is not rejection. It is not delay for the sake of delay. It is preparation. You are being shaped, polished, and made ready for something far greater than your own expectation. When the divine holds you back from what you think you want, it is because you are being built for what you truly need. A seed does not sprout the moment it is placed into the soil. There is a process, a hidden stage where no eye can see. The roots must grow deep before the tree rises. This is why you are single. You are still in the hidden season of becoming. And until you become, until you are ready, no relationship, no connection, no partnership can survive the weight of what is destined for you. The delay is not punishment, it is protection. So many rush into union without preparation. They mistake company for completion. They mistake attention for love. But when the storms come, when pressure rises, when silence tests the bond, they break because the foundation was never strong. Your singleness is the time to build that foundation. The time to strengthen your mind, your body, your discipline, your faith. Without this preparation, even the right person will not fit into your life. It is not about finding someone. It is about becoming someone worthy of the love you seek. Ask yourself, if someone were to come today, would you truly be ready? Would you be whole enough, stable enough, grounded enough to hold the weight of two souls walking together? Or would you crumble because you have not yet learned to stand on your own? This season is not a waiting room. It is a training ground. Every moment of solitude, every quiet evening, every unanswered question is shaping you into the person you must become. You are not missing out. You are not behind. You are being kept apart because the fire of preparation has not yet finished its work in you. Think of gold. It must go through heat before it shines. Think of a blade. It must be sharpened before it can cut. You, too, are being refined. The loneliness you feel is not loneliness at all. It is divine focus on your soul. You are being stripped of distractions so that when the time comes, you will not be fragile. You will not be desperate. You will not be needy. You will be whole. And wholeness attracts wholeness. Many chase love because they fear being alone. They run from silence. They run from emptiness. But you, chosen one, you are not meant to run. You are meant to sit in that silence, to face that emptiness, and to let it fill you with strength. Only those who learn to be content alone can ever bring true peace into a relationship. Otherwise, they turn their partner into a shield against their own fears. That is not love. That is dependency. And dependency breaks. So see your singleness as preparation. See it as protection. Do not despise it. Do not rush it. If God has kept you single, it is because the story is not yet written. You are still in the chapter of becoming. And when the time is right, when the lesson is complete, the right soul will appear, not to complete you, but to walk beside the complete version of you. The truth is, the one you are waiting for is also being prepared. They too are being shaped, refined, and tested. Do you want to meet them while they are half formed, while you are half ready? Or do you want to meet when both of you are standing strong, whole, and ready to build a life that does not collapse under pressure? Patience now is not just about you, it is about them as well. The delay is for alignment. Two lives must be ready, two paths must converge, two purposes must be synchronized. So use this time wisely. Do not waste it complaining. Do not waste it comparing. Build yourself, strengthen your faith, learn discipline, heal your wounds, break your cycles, focus your energy. Every moment of growth you invest now will save you from pain later. And every tear you cry now is watering the soil of your future. Remember this, the divine does not withhold without reason. You are single because you are still in preparation. And when preparation is complete, you will not have to chase. You will not have to force. The union will come naturally. It will flow. It will be aligned because both souls will be ready. Until then, honor this season. Embrace the solitude and build yourself into the person You were always meant to be calm, for only then will love find you and stay. To be kept single is to be given the rare opportunity to face yourself. It is not about loneliness, it is about mastery. Before you can ever hold the weight of another soul, you must learn to hold the weight of your own. This time is not a punishment, it is a lesson in self mastery, because no union can ever thrive if the individuals in it are still prisoners of their own mind and emotions. So many enter relationships without ever knowing themselves. They seek validation, they seek comfort, they seek to be saved from their own emptiness. And when the storms come, when anger rises, when jealousy whispers, when fear surfaces, they collapse. Why? Because they never learned mastery. They never trained the mind, never disciplined the heart. They simply carried their chaos into another person's life, hoping that love would heal it. But love does not heal what you refuse to master within. This is why you are single, not because you are unworthy, not because you are forgotten, but because you are being given the space to fight the only battle that truly matters, the battle with yourself. Can you control your anger? Can you hold your tongue when provoked? Can you remain calm when fear tries to pull you apart? Can you stay grounded when life does not go as you planned? These are the lessons of singleness. These are the trainings of the chosen ones. Think of a warrior. He does not step onto the battlefield without first learning to control his breath, his movements, his focus. Without mastery, his sword is useless. Without mastery, his strength becomes his weakness. And so it is with you. Without mastering your emotions, your words, your thoughts, any relationship you step into will collapse under the pressure of your own instability. This is why the divine holds you back, so that you learn first to master yourself. Mastery does not mean perfection. It means awareness. It means knowing your weaknesses and training them until they no longer control you. It means turning silence into strength instead of fear. It means turning solitude into peace instead of loneliness. It means facing your pain instead of distracting yourself with people who cannot heal it. Only then do you become strong enough to love without clinging, to give without needing, to share without losing yourself. Look closely at your own life. How many times have you reacted without thinking, spoken without control, or acted from fear instead of wisdom? Each of those moments reveals a lack of mastery. And this season is about correcting that. Every day of being single is an invitation to refine your character, to discipline your impulses, to grow your inner stability. When you can govern yourself, no storm can uproot you. When you can master your inner world, no outer world can break you. This is the lesson you must embrace. Relationships are not built on feelings alone. They are built on stability, discipline, and clarity. If you are still tossed around by your own storms, what happens when another person brings theirs into your life? Two storms do not create peace. But when one soul has found mastery, when one soul has anchored itself, then it can bring calm to another. And that is the power of preparation. You are not alone because you are unwanted. You are alone because you are being trained. You are learning patience when your heart wants to rush. You are learning silence when your mind wants to argue. You are learning focus when distractions try to pull you away. These lessons may feel heavy, they may feel slow, but they are shaping you into the person who can walk into love without destroying it. So embrace this discipline. Do not complain about the weight. Use it. Use your solitude to sharpen your mind. Use your silence to master your emotions. Use your waiting to break free from your impulses. Every time you choose calm over anger, patience over reaction, wisdom over impulse, you are proving yourself ready for more. You are showing that you are not controlled by chaos, but guided by strength. And understand this, no one can do this work for you. Not a partner, not a friend, not a teacher. Only you can train yourself into mastery. Only you can face your shadows. Only you can discipline your heart. And until you do, no relationship will give you peace. because peace is born within, not found outside. This is why you are single. This is why you are kept apart. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. Prepared not just to love another, but to lead yourself. Prepared not just to share happiness, but to stand firm when life shakes you. Prepared not just for romance, but for union that can withstand storms. When you master yourself, you will not beg for love. You will not chase validation. You will not fear rejection. You will walk whole. You will love whole. You will give whole. And that is why the divine is holding you back, because you are not meant to enter a union half formed. You are meant to enter it with mastery, with clarity, with strength. And that begins here in your solitude, in your discipline, in your training ground of singleness. You are kept single because cycles must be broken, patterns must be exposed. The old wounds you carry cannot be dragged into the future that awaits you. If you were placed into a relationship now without healing, you would repeat what you once escaped from. The same disappointments, the same heartbreak, the same weight that once crushed you would follow you again. This is why solitude is necessary, because silence reveals what patterns noise always hides. Think back on your past. How many times did you find yourself in the same situation, just with a different face, a different name, a different setting? Different, but not truly different, because the cycle inside you had not yet been broken. The lesson had not yet been learned. And until you learn it, life will repeat it. That is the law of growth. This is why you are single now. You are being given space to see clearly, to recognize the cycle, to finally cut it from the root. Cycles are not always obvious. Sometimes they hide behind attraction. Sometimes they disguise themselves as love. But look deeper and you will see the pattern. You tolerated too much. You accepted less than you deserved. You confused chaos with passion. You mistook control for care. These are not accidents, they are repetitions. And if you do not break them now, you will carry them into the next chapter and the next and the next. To be single is to be given the gift of reset, a chance to pause, to ask, what am I carrying? What wounds have I left unhealed? What fears am I still feeding? Until you face these questions, you will keep attracting the same lesson in different forms. This is why the divine keeps you apart, not to deprive you, but to free you, to cut the ties that still bind you to your past, to show you that love is not supposed to repeat pain. Breaking cycles is not easy. It demands honesty. It demands that you face yourself without excuses. You cannot say, it was all their fault and expect to grow. You cannot keep blaming and never look inward. Growth is not about shame. It is about awareness. It is about asking, why did I allow that? Why did I ignore the signs? Why did I stay when I should have walked? These questions are not to condemn you, but to awaken you. Because when you see your patterns, you gain the power to change them. And that is what this season is about, change. You are being transformed from someone who once repeated pain into someone who breaks it. You are being taught to set boundaries, to value yourself, to stop chasing those who cannot see your worth. You are being refined into a soul that no longer tolerates what once destroyed you. That transformation cannot happen while you are distracted with another. It can only happen in solitude, where the mirror is clear and your focus is sharp. You may feel frustrated, wondering why love is delayed. But do you not see? If love came now, without this healing, you would sabotage it. You would carry your fear of abandonment into it. You would bring your jealousy, your distrust, your wounds, and you would poison something that could have been pure. This is why the divine protects you. Better to be single and heal than to rush and repeat. Cycles end when courage begins. Courage to walk away when something feels wrong. Courage to say no when your heart wants to cling. Courage to trust that being alone is better than being trapped in the same pain again. This courage is what you are being taught now. And when you learn it, when you finally break the pattern, you will no longer attract what you once settled for. You will rise higher, and what is meant for you will meet you there. Do not despise this time. it is not wasted. Every moment you spend healing is a step toward freedom. Every day you spend unlearning is a day closer to the love that will not repeat your wounds. This is your chance to break what generations before you could not. To stop the cycle, not just for yourself, but for those who will come after you. You are being prepared to love in a new way, a whole way, a healed way. Remember this: what you allow continues, what you heal ends, and what you end transforms you. You are not being punished by singleness. You are being freed by it. Freed from the cycles that once defined you, freed from the wounds that once controlled you, freed from the chains of your past. When this work is done, when the cycle is broken, the path ahead will open, and you will not repeat what you once endured. You will create something entirely new. You are kept single because your purpose has not yet been anchored. This season is not about waiting for someone to walk into your life. It is about discovering why you are here, what you are meant to do, and what mission your soul is called to fulfill. Without clarity of purpose, relationships become distractions. Without vision, love loses its direction. This is why the divine separates you, so that you may find yourself before you join yourself with another. So many lose themselves inside of relationships. They bend, they shrink, they forget their calling just to hold on to love. But what is love if it takes you away from your truth? What is companionship if it makes you blind to your path? You were not born just to share affection. You were born to carry out a mission, to bring your gifts to the world, to walk a path that only you can walk. And until that is established, union cannot serve its true purpose. This is why your solitude matters. It is giving you space to ask the questions that too many avoid. Who am I? What am I building? What will I leave behind? What do I stand for? These questions cannot be answered when your focus is scattered, when your heart is entangled, when your time is consumed by another's expectations. They can only be answered when you are alone, when silence clears the noise, when solitude sharpens your vision. Your singleness is not emptiness, it is alignment. You are being aligned with your calling, with your destiny, with the higher work you must complete before you share your life with another. Think of it this way: if you join hands before you discover your path, you will both walk without direction. But if you discover your purpose now, then when the right soul comes, your journeys will align, and the union will not just be about love. It will be about service, about legacy, about something greater than yourselves. Purpose is not something handed to you in an instant. It is revealed slowly through discipline, through self-reflection, through struggle. This is why you must learn to love the work, love the process, love the unfolding. The more you commit to your growth, and the more your path becomes clear. And the clearer your path becomes, the more obvious it is why you were kept single until now. Because you cannot build a strong union without first building a strong foundation. Ask yourself, what am I creating? Where is my energy going? What kind of life do I want to build with someone in the future? If you cannot answer these questions for yourself, you are not ready to answer them with someone else. A union without shared vision will eventually fracture. But when two people with aligned purposes come together, their bond becomes unshakable. Their love is not just about them. It becomes fuel for something greater. Do not despise your season of singleness. Use it to dig deep. Use it to discover your talents, your calling, your gifts. Use it to sharpen your discipline and build a life that reflects your true essence. Because the one meant for you is not looking for someone lost. They are looking for someone who knows where they are going. They are looking for someone who can walk beside them, not someone who needs to be carried. And this is why you are held back until you find clarity within yourself. There is a higher reason for everything. Nothing is delayed without cause. You are single because you must build your house before inviting another into it. You must plant your roots before joining them with someone else's. You must carry your vision so clearly that when another soul enters, they add to it rather than replace it. This is how true partnerships are born, not out of need, but out of shared destiny. So work now, work on yourself, work on your path, work on your mission. The nights you spend alone are not wasted. They are investments. The dreams you are chasing now will one day become the legacy you share. Do not wait for someone to arrive before you begin. Begin now. Become now, build now. Because love will come, but it must find you already walking, already growing, already standing strong in who you are. Remember this, a relationship built on purpose is unbreakable. It does not collapse under pressure because it is not built only on desire. It is built on vision. And you are in the process of discovering that vision. That is why you are single. That is why you are set apart. Because when you finally meet the one who is meant to walk with you, your union will not just be about the two of you. It will be about the light you bring to the world together. You are kept single because your faith is being tested, because trust is being built, because the lesson of surrender has not yet been fully lived. To wait without knowing when, to remain calm without seeing results, to keep believing when nothing changes. This is the training of the soul. It is easy to trust when everything you want is already in your hands. The real test is trusting when nothing looks certain, when the promise feels distant, when silence is your only answer. This is why you are single, so you learn to lean on something greater than yourself. Many try to control life. They rush, they force, they cling. They believe that if they do not act, everything will slip away. But that is not trust. That is fear disguised as effort. Trust is the opposite. Trust is stepping back when your mind screams to push forward. Trust is knowing that the timing is not in your hands and yet you remain steady. Trust is accepting that what is meant for you cannot be taken away and what is not meant for you will never stay. You are in this season to build that kind of faith. Faith that does not shatter in silence. Faith that does not collapse under delay. Faith that grows stronger when things seem most uncertain. Because if you do not learn this now, you will carry fear into your future relationship. Fear of losing, fear of betrayal, fear of not being enough. And fear will destroy what love is trying to build. That is why you are protected here in your singleness. You are being taught that trust is the only soil in which true love can grow. Think of it. If you cannot trust the unseen, how will you trust another person with your heart? If you cannot believe in timing, how will you stay patient when love does not move at your pace? If you cannot surrender now, how will you surrender in union? This season is not about waiting for someone to arrive. It is about training your soul to rest in patience, to let go of control, to trust that there is order even in silence. There will be days when you feel forgotten, nights when you wonder if you have been overlooked, moments when the ache of loneliness will try to convince you that nothing is working. But these are not signs of abandonment. They are tests to see if your faith bends or holds, tests to see if you trust only when it is easy or also when it is difficult. Every unanswered prayer is not a rejection, it is an invitation. Will you still believe? And this belief is what sets you apart. Anyone can smile when things are going well, but it takes a chosen one to keep walking when the road is dark, to keep building when the results are invisible, to keep trusting when the heart is tired. That is why you are kept single, because faith must be forged, trust must be strengthened, patience must be learned. Only then can you step into a relationship without carrying desperation. Only then can you love without fear of loss. When faith is built, you no longer chase, you no longer beg, you no longer compromise your worth just to feel secure. You know that what is yours will come, that what is meant for you is already on its way. This knowledge gives you peace. It removes panic. It removes the fear of being left behind. And when peace fills you, love can finally find you. So use this time to grow your faith. Stop measuring your life by timelines. Stop comparing your journey with others. Your path is unique. Your story is unfolding exactly as it must. Every delay is preparation. Every pause is protection. Trust it. Learn to breathe through the silence. Learn to see beauty in the waiting. Learn to rest in the knowledge that nothing is missing, only aligning. This is not just about relationships. It is about life. If you learn to trust here in your singleness, you will trust in everything. You will trust in career, in purpose, in calling, in the unseen rhythm of your own growth. And when you can live in that trust, no disappointment can break you, no delay can crush you, no rejection can define you. You will know that all things are working in your favor, even when you cannot yet see how. You are single not because you are forgotten, but because your faith is still being forged. And when it is strong enough, when your trust is unshakable, when your heart no longer trembles at silence, then the one meant for you will appear. They will not arrive as your savior, but as your equal. Two souls that trust, two souls that surrender, two souls that walk in faith together. That is why the divine holds you apart, because you are not just being prepared for love, you are being prepared for peace. You are kept single because you are not meant to be completed by another. You are meant to become whole on your own. This is the greatest lesson of your solitude. Too many people search for someone to fill their emptiness, to cover their wounds, to silence their fears. They enter relationships half-formed, broken, uncertain, and they expect another soul to carry the weight of their incompleteness. But love was never meant to be a crutch. Love was never meant to fix what you refuse to face. Love was meant to be the meeting of two whole souls, strong enough to walk alone, but choosing to walk together. This is why you are single now. You are being taught to face yourself, to heal yourself, to grow into someone who is complete without needing another to fill the missing pieces. You are learning that peace is not found in another's arms. It is found in your own silence. You are realizing that happiness cannot be borrowed. It must be built within, because until you are whole, you will always demand from others what they cannot give, and that demand will break even the strongest bond. Wholeness does not mean perfection. It means stability. It means knowing who you are and no longer bending to please everyone around you. It means healing your wounds so you no longer bleed on those who never cut you. It means walking in self-respect, carrying dignity, and refusing to shrink for anyone. This kind of wholeness cannot be rushed. It cannot be skipped. It must be lived. And that is why you are held apart until the work is done. Many fear being alone, but solitude is the only place where true wholeness is born. When you sit with yourself long enough, you begin to see your patterns. You notice your fears. You hear your inner voice. And slowly, you learn to hold yourself the way you always wanted others to hold you. You learn to love yourself with the patience you once begged for. You learn to forgive yourself in the way you wished someone else would forgive you. You become the source of the love you seek. And once you become that, everything changes. You stop chasing people who cannot see your worth. You stop clinging to those who treat you as an option. You stop begging for the bare minimum. Why? Because you no longer need their scraps. You are already full. You no longer need their approval. You already accept yourself. You no longer fear rejection. You already belong to yourself. This is the freedom of wholeness, and this is why you are kept single until you learn it. A relationship is not meant to complete you, it is meant to expand you. But if you enter incomplete, love becomes a desperate attempt to fill the void, and desperation never builds something lasting. That is why the divine is protecting you in this season, because you are still becoming whole. And until you are whole, you cannot hold the weight of a real union. So use this time wisely. Learn to sit with your loneliness without running from it. Learn to face your insecurities without hiding them behind someone else's attention. Learn to enjoy your own company, to build your own peace, to create your own joy. When you master this, you will realize that you are not waiting for anyone. You are preparing for someone. And that preparation is the difference between a fragile relationship and an unbreakable one. Do not misunderstand. Wholeness does not mean you will not need anyone. It means you will not depend on anyone to be your only source of strength, joy, or identity. You will share love, not demand it. You will give freely, not cling desperately. You will walk alongside someone, not behind them, not ahead of them, but beside them. Two whole souls, complete within themselves, yet even more powerful together. This is the truth of your singleness. It is not delay, it is construction. You are being built piece by piece, lesson by lesson, tier by tier, into someone who no longer needs to be saved, but is ready to walk in true union. When you reach that state, the right person will not complete you. They will reflect you, and you are not the mind. They will not heal you. They will join you in your healed state. They will not carry you. They will walk with you. That is what makes love lasting. That is what makes love powerful. And that is why you are still being prepared. Remember this: to be single is not to be lacking. It is to be given the rare chance to find yourself fully before sharing yourself with another. You are not being punished. You are being perfected. You are being shaped into wholeness so that when love does arrive, it will not be fragile. It will not be one-sided. It will not be shallow. It will be strong, equal, and unshakable. So embrace this season. Become whole, heal, grow. Love yourself enough to be complete without another. And when you do, the union that is meant for you will arrive, not to fill your emptiness, but to overflow with your wholeness. That is why you are single. That is why you are kept apart. Because true love cannot be built on broken halves. It can only be built by two complete souls ready to walk as one.